so wrong. That is so freaking wrong in our society, that people can't afford the services at the jobs that they work at. Like, please, somebody explain that to me. Hello, so I just got back from the grocery store, and this is my biggest dilemma, is I do my best to eat healthy and to take care of my body, but it's so difficult to, as a single person, to be able to feed myself well, but I live with my parents, and to be able to feed them well, it's like, how can somebody do that? It makes sense why so many people are overweight and obese in our society, because it's fucking unaffordable to get healthy food. I got a basket here full of stuff. This is the size of my basket, and like, I can't get everything organic. I have no meat products. Oh no, sorry, I got 3 Tuscan sausages for $6, which I thought was okay, you know, I can make a meal out of that. But you know, there's broccoli, 5 avocados, radishes, yam, 1 yam, shredded carrots, asparagus, a lemon, apples. I have 4 apples, and I got bananas. I got chocolate almond milk because this is the shit for smoothies. Absolutely bomb. Spinach. Oh, sorry, I do have another small basket here, but I like to get free range eggs. Free range eggs are where it's at if you're not able to get them from like a farmer right away. Like, free range eggs are the best. This is my sausages for $6. But I just, you know, I spent about $100, and I heard this great saying of, you know, why are people so upset when they go to the grocery store and, you know, you spend all the money, it's a trade-off, right? It's a trade-off. But I get upset because I am one day gonna have a family that it's gonna be so difficult to be able to provide for them and to feed them healthily, and you know, we just kind of get there while we can. Oh, I also got coconut oil today because I have been thinking about it, and it's a purchase that I consider of quite often, but it's something that I just haven't invested in yet, because butter is obviously cheaper than coconut oil, but I know that my body is gonna feel a lot better. Yeah, I don't know who was playing there, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm living for it. But coconut oil is definitely much better of a taste than butter, and especially with eggs. Oh my goodness, eggs with coconut oil, there's something so magical about it. I don't know what it is, but I'm really excited to be able to start using that again. And there was another product that I'm trying to remember. Oh, I got hemp seeds for the first time today. Oh, I also got alfalfa sprouts. So it's like, it's this trade-off, right? You know, they give me all this food for my $100, $103, whatever. And it's very difficult mentally for many people. Like, this is going to feed me. I'm not really gonna eat tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday and it's my day off. I'm gonna eat a little bit tomorrow, but it's more so for my lunches for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, usually I'm a little bit deprived of food, and I love my parents. I have so much appreciation for them and what they do, but their color palette when it comes to food is very, it's very upsetting, because it's a lot of grays and there's not a lot of vegetables. There's whites, and you know, whites meaning rice or like shit like that, and we are what we eat, and it's very depressing to have no color within a palette. Go ahead. Yeah. And eating that kind of food just makes me so devastated. I have such a difficult time. I can't do pizza once a week. Whoa, that is weird. There's 2 of these like Mercedes Jeeps, like twins, identical twins of Mercedes Jeeps. They're definitely together, but that was funny to see. Yeah, anyways, I love my parents and what they do for me. and the support that they provide for me, but it's a give and take, and you know, because they house me, like they can't always afford to spend like this stuff. Like I'm selfish in a way that even though like I know they're not gonna go and eat it, that's the fucking annoying thing, is like I have tried in the past to buy for everybody in the house, but then it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I took one of your yogurts, and it's like, it's not my fucking yogurt, it's everybody's, anybody can eat it. So I try to be cool, and you know, sometimes I get frustrated because I'm not possessive like that. If I am possessive, I'm very clear upon it, like, hey, this is for this, and please nobody touch it, and it's cool. But it's like other things, it's like, no, like it's not mine, it's for everybody. And if I could buy 3 times the amount, like I would. And one day I'm gonna have to. Like, I don't even know how Rob and I did it so well. Like, some people are good with flyer shopping and being able to find the sales and deals, but it's so difficult. And for people who have families, I don't know how they do it. I want to get better and learn so that I can feed my children healthy food, whole food, and stuff that makes their body feel good and alive, eating live food. There was a time that I would go into the grocery store and I would cry. I would bawl my eyes out because I would see all this dead food. And what I mean by that is food that has been transported, like, on a box or in a freight in some kind of moving vehicle, and it gets transported and it gets handled by so many people, and then it gets to the grocery store and I see this apple and it looks so sad, and people may not even understand what I mean by that, but I would just cry. And then it got worse when the pandemic hit. I didn't go to the grocery store for a month and a half, probably 2 months, because it was so upsetting. There was the whole toilet paper fiasco, and I was so grateful that I had all my baking stuff because there was no flour on the shelves, and like even like the almond flour, coconut flour, there wasn't any of that stuff either. And like I can't understand, like, it's so depressing going into the grocery stores because like the people don't like their jobs, they're not paid well enough for the bullshit that they have to deal with. They probably can't even afford to have a good meal. They work in a food store and they probably can't afford to take care of themselves. And I say that because I've worked in that position. I have worked at places where I cannot afford the services that they provide. You know how mentally twisted that is? That is so wrong. That is so freaking wrong in our society, that people can't afford the services at the jobs that they work at. Like, please, somebody explain that to me. Like, we need to start really thinking and really taking care of one another because we're stressed, we're upset, we're lonely. And this is as a collective. As individuals, we all got our own shit we deal with and we figure it out. But as a collective, we need serious help. We need a serious intervention of what we're doing and how we are living life, because this is such madness sometimes. And I know we're trying to create a new normal and stuff, but people are fucking going about this new normal wrong. If you want a new normal, start implementing real freaking changes. Like school systems, fucking redo the curriculum, redo it. It needs to be done over. We need to start actually educating our kids on kindness, on how to find accurate information online, because there's this enormous web of internet, whatever you call it, the Google, and people don't know how to find accurate information. So what do? They go on YouTube, and then the algorithm just freaking sets them up for all this one-sided information. If we want a new normal, let's freaking teach people how to be people. Don't make the new normal fucking talking on phones and giving people elbows. We need to hug one another. People need to be hugged. I get it. There's a freaking pandemic going on. I get it. I get it. But dude, some people need a hug. Like that, like I can't even freaking. I'm doing my best to live in this society, and I was very stressed out before, and then I see all my worst nightmares happen because people aren't allowed to give a hug. And I've been saying for many years, so many people simply need a hug. So many people need to be spoken to and loved. And now with this freaking virus, we're wearing a mask, and people already wore masks in a metaphorically way, and now we're legitly wearing masks to cover ourselves. And I know it's a form of protection. I get you. I freaking get you in some ways, but in other ways I don't, because I see society in my own way, and I do my best to make other people feel comfortable. I don't like wearing a mask, but I do it so other people feel comfortable. I do it for my grandma who has lung cancer and who is terrified of this disease. I do it for my grandma, but I do not do that I do that for other people. Because for me, if I could hug everybody, I would hug everybody. So many people simply need a hug. And this is telling us to distance ourselves and to avoid interaction and avoid communicating. People were already doing that. People were already avoiding one another. And now we're not even allowed to speak. You know what else is really bothering me is, I don't know where you are in the world watching this, but here in Squamish on the news, I listen to Justin Trudeau talk, and he's like, yeah, keep your gatherings at Thanksgiving small, and if we do all this stuff now, maybe we'll be able to get together at Christmas. You're a fucking liar. Just tell people now that we're not gonna get together at Christmas. Tell people now, hey, like, keep your group small. This is gonna be a thing. Just say it's gonna be a thing till the new year, and we'll fucking deal with it. Don't lead people on. Don't be a fucking coward. Justin Trudeau, go your own dick. He is an absolute robot. Pretty face who just is what it is to society. He doesn't represent our country. Well, he does. But you see the image. Like, we look at people like Donald Trump and we're like, all Americans are like Donald Trump. And it's like, no, that's just, if we look at Justin Trudeau and say, Justin Trudeau, all Canadians are like Justin Trudeau. No, we're not robots, and we're not fake, and we're not people pleasers. I'm grateful that this is a silent killer, that we're not in a world war right now, because I thought that was gonna happen. I totally thought that this was gonna happen. I thought we were gonna be in some kind of world war disaster. But I guess I'm grateful that it's a pandemic and not a war. It's a silent killer. People are all bummed out because there's 100,000 people dying, and it's like, dude, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Call me sinister, cynical, sinister, evil. That's nothing. I'm just really worked up right now because the grocery store was already a traumatic experience for me because of the way that we transport food and how we have things in products where it comes in a box with 12 other boxes that is wrapped around by tape, and then you get your box of granola bars and they're all individually wrapped, and how much waste that is. It is really frustrating for me. You talk of a new normal society, you talk of this new normal. Fucking know who your neighbors are. Fucking bake them something. Doesn't matter if we bake something for them now, because it's like, oh, I don't trust it. Like, fuck, I just am very, very stressed, and I don't know where to put this energy. I've been stressed for quite a while of what's going on in the world and how people talk about it, and you know, I keep my distance for the most part from people anyway. I love people, don't get me wrong. I love individuals, but as a collective, we have a lot of work we need to do. We have so much work, and right now this virus, if anything, it's not bringing us together. We're not all in this together. It's dividing us. It's dividing us the same way that many other movements, many other things are going. It's dividing us. It's dividing us. And once more people start to realize that we're being divided, they'll fucking wake up. Because you know who this virus is supporting? All our corporations. They're not helping the people. Our small businesses, they're freaking closing down. Our businesses are closing down. People are getting evicted from their homes that they already couldn't afford. People are deferring their payments because they think, oh, we don't have to pay it. Now people are freaking 6 months behind on their bills. Like, it's really fucking people over in a way that is helping the bigger man. It is not helping the people, and I know it wasn't supposed to help the people. It's not like it just came in. The virus didn't just come in and it's like, hey, like, I'm gonna help you people. Like, sorry, that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me, and I'm just trying to verbalize how I feel on the inside because I'm very worked up. I'm very upset. I miss people. I miss seeing people interact. I already saw the mass people wore before, and now there's an actual physical mask that is covering up who we are as a person. And I get it. It's trying to prevent people from dying. But a lot of people need to die for the world to get better. Call me whatever you want. A lot of people need to die before the world gets better. And I can be one of them. Sure, take my life. If that is what needs to happen for our society to evolve as a collective into a more powerful and a more conscious entity, fucking I'll be one of them. I'll sacrifice myself. Because a lot of people need to die before we can get better. Thank you for listening. I love you. I'm a little worked up, I'm sorry.